This one is from Oak Lawn. The question, I seem to recall Kermit the Frog doing commercials for Kraml Milk. Was this real or am I remembering something else?
Well, it wasn't Kermit the Frog, but some very primitive Muppets actually did star in commercials for Kraml Milk, which was a dairy in Chicago's Little Village neighborhood. And we're actually going to show you some of those Kraml commercials in just a minute. Young Jim Henson and his fledgling company, Muppets Incorporated, produced 18 of these 10-second spots for Kraml Milk between 1958 and 1962. Let's take a look at two of them right now.
I really love my Kraml Milk.
You ought to see a psychiatrist.
I did. That's who told me about Kraml. I used to love my raincoat. Okay, buddy, what do you think of Kraml Milk?
I never tasted it.
Now, what do you think of Kraml Milk?
I guess I want to say I tasted it. I don't want to get shot, but you know, I can't imagine Kermit the Frog blowing away another Muppet and so violently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. But although that Muppet that you saw does resemble Kermit.
That was not Kermit?
It was not Kermit, but
okay.
He was voiced by Jim Henson. You could sort of tell the voice. And Jim Henson, of course, created Kermit and voiced him over all those years. The character in the Kraml commercials is a character named Wilkins, and we're going to talk about him in a minute. First, a little backstory. Kermit was born a few years before the Kraml ads in 1955 for Henson's Washington, D.C. TV show Sam and Friends. But back then, he wasn't actually sort of a frog yet. All these early Muppets were more...
Oh, he looks so young in that picture.
He does, doesn't he?
Yes, he
Kermit. All the early Muppets, as you can see, were sort of abstract characters, more than familiar creatures. Kermit was, in Henson's words, a glorified sock puppet, a sort of lizard-like character who gradually became more frog-like over the years. He officially became a frog in 1968 for a special called Hey Cinderella, and he was definitely a frog by the time he appeared on the first season of Sesame Street in 1969.
So he came out as a frog.
Came out as a frog, yes.
Well, good for him.
And that's also where he got his signature multi-pointed collar there and his flipper-like feet. So the vaguely Kermity character of Wilkins, who's wearing the knights in shining armor outfit there, also predates the Kraml ads. Henson created him to star in commercials with another puppet named Wontkins, Wilkins, Wontkins, for the Wilkins Coffee Company in Washington, D.C. So for Kraml, Henson just swapped the product and repurposed the same cartoonishly violent scripts and characters. Let's take a look at two more.
Want some Kraml Milk with your dinner?
No, give me some water.
People like that need brainwashing. After this, would you buy me a glass of Kraml Milk?
No.
I only go for a man who drinks Kraml.
Those are words to live by.
Aren't they?
Yes.
Yes, well, and they worked. Henson's approach of using absurd humor instead of straightforward pitches was really successful. According to a biography of Jim Henson, Kraml Dairy went from 23rd in sales among Chicago dairies to 5th thanks to the Muppets.
Good for them. All right.